sports will teach you about resilience, yes, and about integrity as well. And like I keep emphasizing, it's not about winning, because in life there will bound to be winning and there bound to be losing. Even if you lose, I always teach my athletes, learn to be gracious and of course demonstrate sportsmanship and congrats your competitor. Always focus on the process rather than pointing finger and blaming why things happen this way, that way, and so on.
Welcome to A Date with YY Yo here. My name is Vanessa, your host for this series, where we will be interviewing somebody who has struggles, stories and secrets to success to share with everybody. Today, we will be interviewing Coach Wei Leong, General Manager of Sports Lifestyle Centre. This man is the former coach of SEA Games 2011 and also a two-time National Coaching Recognition Award winner, and he has so many stories to share. I can't wait. Coach, I'm ready! So we are joined here today by Coach Wei Leong. But sorry Coach, I'm a bit distracted by what's going on behind us. You want to tell us more about what's going on?
So we are having a competition known as the National Bodybuilding Competition together with Sport Lifestyle Initiative.
I see. And is it only for the gentlemen? I only see guys over here.
No, there's ladies and men.
I see.
Yes, correct.
Oh, lucky me then.
Yeah, correct.
Should we say goodbye to them so that I can formally and focus on our interview? Should we do that?
Yeah, why not?
Thank you guys!
Yes, yeah, that's about it. Yes.
Ooh. Okay, focus on Coach Tan right now. Alrighty, now I can formally focus on Coach Tan right over here. So Coach, you were a national sprinter and you have been involved in a lot of different sports before you stepped into coaching. So how did you get started in this sporting journey?
Okay, so when I was in primary 3, I started track and field already. So when I was in primary 5, my primary school teacher encouraged me to step up. So over a decade of almost 15 years, I was in track and field. Now I participated until being a national athlete. I didn't fulfill the dream of being a SEA Games athlete because of sports injury. Yeah. So, but I started coaching at the age of 18 years old. I was a very young coach at that age. Today I'm 40. It's almost a 22 years decade that I've been coaching to this day. Yep.
So my first what was for you are 40. Yes. Second was for it's been 22 long good years. I'm sure that there's been much ups and downs along this journey. And Coach, just to say, I'm a 小师妹, okay? I was part of the national track and field team as well when I was younger, in primary school as well. So that's why we have a bit of a connection over here, okay? I was in Gongcheng Primary School.
Gongcheng.
Yes, sir. Yes. So what are your plans for sports actually? I mean, you've been coaching various sports and you've started various initiatives in sports. Yes. 22 long years. What are your dreams and hopes?
Yeah, so basically for the past 22 years, I thought when I started track and field coaching, I thought I was just coaching only. But later part along the way, it has been a very fulfilling and amazing journey where not only I coach, I actually went on to lecture at Republic Polytechnic. I was a sports lecturer at Republic Polytechnic, by the way, back then, 7 years ago, for the past 7 years. So I just joined Sport Lifestyle Initiative as the General Manager. So from there, I diversified not just into track and field. I went into where we are right now, swimming. Then after that, we have children's programs, we have bodybuilding, and then I host events. That's my main strength. So when I normally host an event, I will attract 1,000 over kids at Choa Chu Kang Stadium. Yeah.
1,000 over children as well. So it's not just for not only for the adults that we saw the gentleman behind, it's also for children.
Oh, to add on, I'm also the Tug of War president as well.
This man does everything, ladies and gentlemen. So, is there a favorite sport? I mean, is track and field your first and true love?
Oh, yes, of course. Track and field is the mother of all sports. If not for track and field, I wouldn't have been who I am today, because whatever values that I learned, in training, I put it back into my studies. In fact, to share with you, I was a normal tech student. But later then, whatever the sports value I learned, I put it back into my study, and I graduated with a master's degree. So it is
Amazing.
never too late.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The road that's harder and less taken doesn't mean it's not the right road to take. Everybody can carve a niche of their own as well.
Correct.
I feel the determination and grit that's reverberating from Coach as he was sharing. I was a
Yes.
normal tech student, but here I am today.
There you go. Yeah.
So along these many years in sports,
Mm.
do you recall any specific incidents about yourself, about stories that you have heard from your students that really stuck in your head?
Okay, so I have many successful stories from my athletes. In 22 years, as a coach, I'm so proud of all of them. Where my
see
students is a teacher, doctors, lawyers, and then they are all in their respective respectable industry. But of course,
Excellent.
along the way, when just like when I was in Club Zoom, I'm the founder of my club called Club Zoom, by the way. That's where the club, we emphasize so much on sports value. And why did I emphasize this part? Because, unfortunately, there are times when my athletes, some of them went astray. And that's where I was a little bit disappointed, because exactly whatever I keep emphasizing is not about winning, it is about the sports value itself.
Sportsmanship.
Yes, sportsmanship.
So what are some of these other values? I keep hearing you mention sports values.
Yes.
What are these values that our audience should learn about?
Yeah, of course. Things like, for example, not every time that wherever you take a certain things, you're going to be successful. For example, sports will teach you about resilience, yes, and about integrity as well. And like I keep emphasizing, it's not about winning, because in life there will bound to be winning and there's bound to be losing. Even if you lose, I always teach my athletes, learn to be gracious and of course demonstrate sportsmanship and congrats your competitor. Always focus on the process rather than pointing finger and blaming why things happen this way, that way, and so on.
So it's not just about the end goal, it's also about the journey that we take as we approach what we call the finishing point.
Correct.
So we've spoken about success stories as well. Were there any regrets, Coach?
Like I mentioned before, I started coaching. Then after that, I went entrepreneurship at the age of 25 years old. Okay, so I go full swing in it. However, there's one advice normally I'll probably say, I shouldn't have mixed friendship and business together. And then because sometimes there are times you'll end up with sour relationship. Anyway, I started early and now I'm learning. Even at this age, I'm still learning to become an effective general manager. Yeah.
All about the journey, as
Yes.
Coach mentioned just now. I'm sure there were a lot of difficult times, and this year, 2020,
Yes.
is the year that everybody wants to deny. I want to cancel out. It did not happen. So what are the forms of difficulties that Club Zoom and Sports Life, I'm sure you face a lot. Share more with us.
In fact, I didn't took it negatively. In fact, just recently talk about Club Zoom itself. We actually hosted a worldwide event.
Oh
known
wait,
as-
what? How?
Yeah, a virtual competition that attracts around the world.
What is it about?
It's about a virtual fitness contest.
Like bodybuilding?
No, basically something like how many push-up, how many sit-up.
Oh.
We actually attract athletes from all the way from the USA. And we have world champion endorsing our championship as well. Even the World Athletics Federation also endorsed Club Zoom for our credential and say, hey, even there are times when these are challenging times, because the message is to all my audience out there, it is about resilience. We should be positive about how should we overcome this journey. Instead of looking at things that we face all these challenges. In fact, I can share with you right now, I'm getting very excited about the next few years, because once COVID is down and stuff like that, I'm very certain we will get back on track. We will raise our bar and then compete. We will attract more athletes to come to Singapore.
Very punny over there, Coach. I caught it. Get back on track.
Yeah, we are
is
back
it?
on track.
Okay, so really, I mean, I see how coach exemplifies sportsmanship into his daily life as well. What is COVID-19? What's a national pandemic in face of sportsmanship? That is resilience. All the values that he has learned so far. Now, I'm sure there are a lot of aspiring young athletes or coach to bees as well, aspiring to be as great as a level of coaching as you have. So, what do you have to say to them? Any advices, words of wisdom?
For track and field itself, it's a long-term athletics development. There's no shortcut to success. Any national athlete will definitely share with you, it takes a lot of commitment, perseverance, determination. And I always believe academics and training can come together. In fact, they actually work hand in hand, because when you finish your academic, you can at least de-stress yourself through the sports. Yeah.
So you mentioned a lot about the future. I mean, there are a lot of athletes in the making as well.
Correct.
What is do you foresee any difficulty when it comes to training this new batch of young athletes, Singapore's future for sports?
I would say that lately, Active SG, Sports SG, Club Zoom, we are all promoting a lot of community program for. In fact, there's a lot of attraction for the community. In fact, I want to emphasize again, track and field is a long-term development. So whatever result that you aim for primary school and secondary school, persevere. Just like our recent, in fact, I also want to add on, our national body known as Singapore Athletic Association, they just changed a new management team, and I have very good confidence with the team. After COVID, I'm sure that at any stadium we will attract thousands of athletes compete at the stadium itself, and I can't wait to welcome you to the atmosphere.
I am super excited. It feels like what coach is saying is the future of Singapore athletics is as bright as the sun shining onto our faces right now.
There you go.
Or even brighter than that, because it really seems he has so much enthusiasm and excitement coming from him as I was asking, as he was sharing. I can't wait, coach, really. As a past tracker, I am super excited. But before we end, I want to pop psych coach a bit. So coach, we have 4 pictures, 4 shapes over there. There's a circle, square, triangle and rectangle. Which one calls out to you?
Circle.
Why? Tell us more.
Maybe, like I say, in life, everything is like a vehicle of life. That you go round and round, what goes around comes around, and then, it never ends. The journey never ends. Just like in sports, I have been around for almost a decade, from being an athlete to where I am right now, and I still have to move on. So the round actually resonates with me.
Absolutely. What goes around comes around, coach says. Hard work will always pay off. It will come back full circle one day. Coach, on that topic, is there anybody or any book, quote, something that you live by that has greatly influenced you as you have progressed through this journey?
Okay, so all along, when I'm feeling down, I always think of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, he will be
just
back.
Exactly like what we mentioned about this bodybuilder.
Why?
Yeah, because Arnold is a sports person.
He is?
Yes, he has gone through so much challenges since young, and he has 5 basic principles which I will always recall in my heart.
Please share.
Yeah, for example, the last one I remember is give back. Yeah, yes. Which actually at this stage, the next few years, I'm looking forward to give back more to the community. Yeah, so at times we talk about resilience. He talk about ignore the naysayers. Yeah, so let's just focus on the process itself. So he was a role model from bodybuilding, and now he went on to be the governor of
governor!
California. Yes.
Already? My goodness.
There you go.
Really? So, Arnold Schwarzenegger, this man's role model, quite close, I would say. He has been working really hard. Not just outlook, but really about what's inside as well. So, thank you very much, Coach, for sharing with us. This is Coach Wei Leong. Thank you so very much. I'm sure our audience have learned so much. And if you are interested to find out a bit more, please feel free to check in. Okay, I'm sure we have websites, we have pages for you to check out as well in our description box below. So make sure you check that out. Once again, Coach Tan, thank you, Coach.
Thank you. See you.
Yes, yummy. Yep. Sorry. If you guys enjoyed yourselves on the interview just now, please make sure you like, share and subscribe. Make sure you smash the notification button below so you will know when our next video comes out. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye!